This is fine. This has worked for a very long time. Been carrying like this for many years, and that is just a simple concealed carry EDC belt designed for a handgun to be able to support the weight, especially if you're appendix carrying here. This is a SIG P365 with a T-Rex holster on the front here, and this is the Blue Alpha Gear EDC hybrid belt with the Cobra buckle. Any concealed carry belt kind of works really well for that in the waistband carry, so kind of dealer's choice what you guys prefer. I do like the Blue Alpha Gear setup, and it works well. Also important to dry fire at the range in practice, clearing the garment, clearing your stomach, and then reholster with care, because there are things down there that don't really need a bullet. And if you're like me, you also have an OWB setup, not really for concealed carry. This is more of a range belt, a duty belt. Maybe your job requires it. Maybe you just go to the range too much. Maybe you're addicted to training like I am and just having a lot of fun at the range. So you have something like this. This is the Blue Alpha Gear OWB range belt. And this is how I have it set up. You can have spare mags, tourniquet, med kit, pistol, sidearm, gloves hanging off, whatever you want, but it's not really for concealed carry, so it doesn't really fit in the same category as a concealed carry belt would for EDC. And allows you to take mags, switch them out, different loads. Try different targets, rubber dummy, steel, what have you. If you're like me, the range, and as every good American should be doing, you are concealed carrying your EDC. All right, you already have a setup going with your concealed carry belt like we talked about, and you're just carrying something, right? So for this right here, this is the PSA Dagger Micro, did a full review on it. So as normally you would have to do is take off your concealed carry belt, because it doesn't usually have any kind of compatibility if you want to do any OWB, kind of tactical training, right? With a handgun, with Molly, whatever you want to have on your actual outside the waistband range belt setup, you'd have to switch it out, right? So that takes some effort to kind of switch it out, have different gear on there. Well, my good friends over at the NeoMag came up with this.
Did we just become best friends? Yep!
This right here is actually the Alias belt system, and it's a mechanical system designed with different adapters around the belt with receivers and clips, where you can go and simply take off your concealed carry and now grab your OWB setup, like the CZ P10C, go over here to a preset receiver you set up already, and it's already set up tie strap right there, and you can actually have the QLS setup where you can actually take this off, switch out different handguns, and let's say you want to work on pistol and rifle that day. So all you're gonna do, grab your preset mag pouch, click it in, AR mag pouch, click it in, and now you have a really sleek belt system that you didn't really have to go and unstrap everything and strap back on. There's also TriStar Trading's Whoopee. Awesome jackets. If you get a chance to get one, I know they sell out quite quickly. But you have all these receivers you can set up and kind of make it how you want it. Now this setup doesn't completely replace your range belt. It does replace your EDC concealed carry belt, because this belt is actually made by Blue Alpha Gear, and it is super rigid, has a nice fit and feel to it. I'm like a 34 on a good day, 36 on a every other day, so for pant size. So actually I went with a 38 because I wanted more strap on here to kind of get more of that Velcro on there, but a 36 would have worked. It just has like this much Velcro hitting versus this much when it's attached. So this is more of like a light duty range belt. You can kind of see it's not going anywhere. It's still nice and attached and great for training. Everything fits really nice and snug. S-Tac mag pouches. A lot of the belt system with like the thigh strap, with all the attachment points, the clips, the adapters, they're all sold on the website. And we'll take a real nice closer look at this belt and how you can set it up for yourself in a minute at the table, and also kind of show you how it fits and feels and show you a nice little shot of that there. So Fred over here is a virtual V-tacked target. It's essentially a rubber dummy with self-healing qualities. Wish you all had that. But what's great about it is things like this. The coolest part is if you're not running with that AR today, you can go and simply push the latch on the bottom and remove this AR pouch and get yourself something like maybe tourniquet, med kit, shears, whatever you need, because all of the attachments work with this system. Maybe this is an Amazon knockoff. It's not really the OD green we love. A little shiny. Those Chinese are shiny. In my testing over the last few weeks, this belt is definitely excellent for concealed carry. It has that nice rigid feel you want with concealed carry, but still a nice comfort level, and it also with that nice adjustability. It's not preset, so if you have a big meal or something, you can kind of loosen up a bit or crank it down if you're maybe carrying a heavier winter carry handgun, something like that. And it works great for training at the range. I think it's definitely quicker than switching out all your gear, and it's also lightweight. It's definitely more of that light duty kind of range belt that you kind of would want for just light training, especially on maybe a hot summer day. You don't want to get a whole rig up. It's just a solid feel, and you have that mechanical aspect in this belt system where you can go and slide these locks underneath here and simply just lift off whatever accessory you want and just switch it out. So if you have different mags, maybe you have single stack versus double stack, or if you're doing AR, AK, what have you, whatever can take that molly on the back can take the Alias adapters and clips, which is just nice to have. It's just easy, simple. Now I mentioned earlier that this system is designed to work with the QLS fork attachment system for holsters, right? Which is by far my favorite system for attaching any holster. Because it's just easy to do. So all you do for this right here is simply unclick your thigh strap, pinch the forks, and pull it off. QLS, simple, easy. You can get a bunch of the adapters and just slap them on any of your holsters that are designed for it. I think it also works with a variety of other OWB holsters as well. And of course the clips also work with a variety of inside the waistband as well. The one I'm running is a DeSantis Pegasus, I believe, that I just picked up for that PSA Dagger Micro. But now you can take this off, grab your T-Rex arms, OWB with the QLS forks on the back, and simply click it in to your Alias belt. And now a lot of folks don't really use the thigh strap anyways, so this works pretty well. But when not using the thigh strap, it is good to note that you have a little bit of that wobble there, and that's primarily due to the fact that you like that thigh strap to kind of hold down that holster where you want it, but there are different points where you can kind of hang this a little lower. You can raise this up with the Alias system. Really depends on what you're running. Take a step back real quick to the table and also kind of show you a nice up close and personal shot of how the system looks on you, how you can set it up for yourself, where the adapters go, best placement, and all of that good stuff. New studio background, you can see here. You'll see more of that in future reviews, but today, waistline right here, no belt. Normally you'd have your shirt untucked for concealed carry, but here is the NeoMag Alias belt. Right here, you can see all of the receivers that take the adapters right along there. Size 38, because if you can imagine, I wear usually a 34, 36 pant, and I ended up wanting to get a little bit more real estate on here for the Velcro, because if you have, let's say, a 34, you're not going to have much room here to grab onto the Velcro. And that, of course, changes where the receivers go on here. But real simple mechanical design. Putting this on is really easy. The best part about these belts are it only goes really one way, or you can go multiple ways. But really, you look at the lettering right here and have that kind of facing how you'd read it. And then just start on this side right here. You can see really not an issue running through those loops. If you have like tight jean loops or something, you might have an issue because, you know, it's a little bit thicker of a belt in spots with the receivers. But just pull it all the way through. Really no big issues. Sometimes you might get a little bit of a hang up there because you do have the hooks on the bottom, the latches right there. So pull it through, line it up where you want. If you're going to the range, you want to obviously have the loops cleared for any of the receivers, for like the mags, tourniquet, holster on this side like you saw there. Belt right here, you can move it over, cinch it down, and my receiver for my concealed carry is right there, which is good because you have your Palmetto State Armory Dagger Micro. There is the adapter right there. So every time you'll know the receiver is right there. Simply put it in your pants and click. And the cool part is it's super sturdy because the holster itself is mechanically in there, right? It's not gonna go anywhere, which is great. Reholster, and of course you can slide this around, you can adjust it where you want, put the receivers. There's a great video on how to set up the belt if you're looking to kind of set that up. I'll show you real quick how to set up a couple of the adapters, but they do a great job. They even come with a little barcode to kind of scan your QR code. Now to take the holster off, you can remove your firearm if you'd like, and then you need to just go and reach under here, and you'll see that there is a sliding mechanism right there. Simply slide it, remove the holster, keep your firearm in, whatever you want. Then let's say you hit the range and you already have this set up where you know if this one is right there, then the other ones are going to line up where you want them, right? So outside the waistband with that adapter for the holster right there, there is your clip, and you know that your receiver is going to be right here every time. So just go, click it in, and then your thigh strap is ready to go. It's always hanging off there, which is great. And if you want to trade out this, you can still keep this on there and throw a different holster on with that QLS system. Same thing goes, various mags. You know your mags are over here. They simply just clip in. It really is thing of beauty. It's like a one-stop shop, really. And it really doesn't stick that much further out compared to any other MOLLE system. Then switching everything out, super simple. The best thing is actually set all the releases the same direction. That way you can go in and know you're always hooking. And if you do the hook every time, you know you can go and just simply grab all these out. You don't really need these pads either. They actually kind of are a little bit thicker than the actual receiver because they want to have a little bit extra padding, a little bit squished there for you to have some comfort, but you don't really need them if you don't want to because this isn't that much thicker than a normal belt with that receiver, which is good. Let me show you an up close on the table here. You can see all of the Alias receivers right there, the padding in between, all the way around. I didn't put anything on the back, but just plenty of real estate if you want to go that route. Concealed carry, outside the waistband, and you can see all of these adapters are actually done through this Tegris material, which is a nice hard rigid material inside the soft lining of the belt. That's actually used for quite a lot of gear nowadays. You can see the screws right there. And again, they do a great job discussing on the website through their own videos. And that's exactly how I learned how to put this together. There's a whole system on how you can put this together and fit your needs and where to place everything. Here is one of the magazine holsters. You can kind of see how this clicks in right there. Click right there. Then you have on the bottom that release that simply lets you release it and then pull it right up and out. And it's very modular. Depending on what type of item you're trying to set up with the Alias, sometimes it's a little tight, like these bolts are here, and that's because these S-Tac Kiwi pouches here have a very tight webbing and only one webbing here, and you can actually go and install this just like this here. All it is one of these right here, Alias belt system MOLLE adapters slid over the MOLLE like so here, and then looping back under the MOLLE in there. I did have to make a couple of little cuts to the webbing, and that's because these S-Tacs again are really tight. So you just go and secure it that way. And again, there's a bunch of videos on how to do that. Here's kind of before and after there on how this slides through the MOLLE, and this setup allows it so you can have it nice and secure. It's not going to slide up and down at all. And same goes for the AR mags. It's almost more secure than a lot of the other MOLLE webbing, the weaving that we're used to doing with MOLLE. I mean, it's just not going to go anywhere once you secure it. And of course, you can add accessories like I did here with this right here with a flat line right there, that mini dump pouch. Now, all holsters are different, right? They're all made different. This is the plate that it comes with, the adapter to kind of set it up as needed if you're using a QLS. If you're not, depending on what outside the waistband holster you have. And they sell other products as well. Top mount holster clips, you have bottom mount holster clips, depending on what type of handgun you're concealed carrying. So here's just a simple clip right here. You can kind of see how this is set up. This one is a little bit tough with this one. Not all holsters, again, work great with the system, but you can make it work, which is good because now this is a nice close fit to your belt and to your line there when you're actually putting it inside your belt line. Just a nice tight fit there, which is good. And it conceal carries very well. And like you saw earlier, you don't have to use the included Tegris material for that drop leg thigh strap right here, which is also made by Blue Alpha there. Again, super high quality, but if you don't want to do that, you can just go and use the backing and go up or down. You can do some cant, whatever, which way you would like. And that's actually really nice to see, especially because there's so many different types of holsters inside the waistband and outside the waistband out there. So you can definitely find a way to make it work. All healed up, buddy. You got this. You'll be all right. The engineering that NeoMag has put into this belt system is quite frankly just impressive. I mean, it's a mechanical system which just works very, very well. When you're all done with the range with OWB, you can simply just grab all of your pieces one by one, get your concealed carry back out, get back that in where it needs to go, grab your coat because it's 40 degrees out, but you do it for you guys just to demonstrate how this looks. And then you can simply just take off running. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video on the NeoMag Alias belt system. I mean, this thing is just so cool. It's very innovative. It allows you to do so many different things that you just can't do with just a concealed carry belt or just a range belt. And it's just something that I think is very useful for someone who does have that busy lifestyle where you're always concealed carrying, you're going to the range. Maybe you want to go and switch it out and have OWB as a concealed carry once in a while and do a nice pancake holster that clicks right in to an adapter, maybe back here at like the 4 o'clock position or something like that. Either way, it's just a simple belt system that is very comfortable, has those nice pads in there to kind of help with the clips. But honestly, if you already have a little bit of cushioning there from Thanksgiving or Christmas, then you really don't have to worry too much about those paddings. And it's just a nice way to carry and have something with gives you more options, more of that modularity that we're always hungry for. So thanks so much for watching. Again, the links will be down below for you guys if you're looking at anything from the NeoMag or from the virtual VTAC targets out there. Those rubber dummies are so cool, and they're paintable, which is nice as well. It's kind of extra bit of training on there. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. If you have any questions at all, hit them down below in that comment section. I'll be happy to answer them about the belt system, about anything you saw today, about the VTAC virtual targets, what have you. Happy to answer those down below. Of course, links will be down there as well if you guys are interested in picking any of this up from the NeoMag or from VTAC, whatever you need, whatever you're looking for, whatever your fancy is, you know. So take care of the ones you love, train hard at the range, be safe out there, and we'll see you in the next review.